Hello, my name is Rachel, and this is my daughter, Matilda, and we are going to talk about pointe shoes today, fitting pointe shoes, and your favorite pointe shoes, and everything like that, you know, from starting point to getting older, feet changing. I only have a few minutes today, so right now I'm going to start with my favorite pointe shoes are, I have a pair of Freeds here, Freed of London, Keymaker, size 4. Normally I'm a size 3, but Keymaker's, he seems to make his shoes a little tighter, so I am not a 3 in Keymaker. I am a size 4, double or triple X, depending on how big my bunions are and everything, and it also depends on padding. If you use no padding, then I would be like a 3, 2.5, or 3. I've got very tiny feet, and I'm only 5 feet tall. So, for a ballerina, since I was 4 years old, I mean, that's fine, but you know, when you get older and you start doing partners for pas de deux, you have trouble with height. But today's lesson that I'm trying to teach you is about fitting. So pretend this is my foot, okay? Do you know what your metatarsal is? If you don't, it's the top of your foot. Pretend these are your 5 toes, and each finger is a bone that goes up to your ankle, okay? That's your metatarsal, is your foot, is the top of your foot. So you want it to fit flat. You want it to lay flat, nicely flat. See how that is? These are very used, I'm sorry. Actually, this is my right foot, yeah. Okay, so I'm using my right hand. You want to go and make sure your foot lays flat and it doesn't pop out, or the heel doesn't fall off. When you're in a company, now see how soft these are? I love Freeds, they're very soft. Even though my foot is very strong, I like to get soft, and they're so soft and quiet on stage. See, that's like nothing. Now I still 3/4 my shanks, which means you rip out the sock liner and you cut this. I happen to use a Leatherman. Okay, I love this thing, but it's one of these, a Leatherman Wave, okay? Now I like it because I can pull the nails out here, which I do, so I can get at this part here, at the shank, and then I use, let me show you, I use this blade. It's that one right there. It's not quite a saw, it's not quite a blade, and I use it to cut out this part, the actual middle shank right here, right there. And you always want to have it, don't touch that, honey, you always want to have that going away from you. So another thing I do is, now after, first I write down on my package the day I get my shoes and then the day that they die. You don't want dead pointe shoes. But my point is this. After that, I can bend easier, and I do this. I go, can you see that? Okay. And then I'll go the other way. And then down and across. Okay? It's hard to see before because it was all, but see, when you get all those scrapes and stuff like that, it makes you, it's like having a shoe rougher, but many ballerinas just use a blade or a scissor. I prefer to use the blade. It's sharper, and rosin, of course. So these are my favorite. Now, what I want you to do is try and get a good fitter. You need a really good point shoe fitter, because if you don't get your shoes fit, if they're too tight, your feet will twist out of the shoe, and if they're too big, the heel, or if the heel is too low and too tight, it'll fall off. It'll snap right off. Okay, snap right off. You could decide if you like elastic drawstrings, which I prefer, instead of canvas drawstrings. There are point shoes that do not have drawstrings, such as Russian points. I'll get into that at another time, another video, and everything like that. You can darn your shoes around here, and that's fine, but I prefer not to. I prefer to make my shoes, you know, work for me the way I do if I cannot custom make them. So I do it myself, like most ballerinas do, even if they are custom made. That's my son, sorry. Even if they are custom made, it doesn't matter. You're always going to want to pull a few little things on them, you know, like adjust a few things on them so that you can wear them and your foot will be sitting quite comfortably in the shoe. And it's good if your toes touch when you're flat on the ground, okay, flat, because they start like this. They start with an arch, and when your foot is flat in them and you've broken them in, you want your toes to touch, just gently touch. You don't want them curled, okay, and you don't want them squished like this. You just want them to be comfortable, and you know there is a kind called Foreflex, and they're flat. There is absolutely no arch at all. You buy them flat, so they're like this when you buy them. Okay, so that's preparing shoes. Next time, I'm going to talk about the sewing of the ribbons to keep on preparing the shoes, and padding. Sewing, the type of ribbons, the type of elastic, and padding, because I've been through all of them. But just make sure you go to a good fitter. If you're in the Los Angeles area, I recommend, because they are amazing fitters, and they have great fitters who used to be dancers or are dancers, and they're from all over the world. It's called The Dance Store, okay? And that is on North Robertson. It's in Los Angeles. Look up The Dance Store in Los Angeles. And they are amazing fitters. It's wonderful. They actually finally got me back in my freeds. Unfortunately here, I don't always get my freeds because they're not really given to California for some reason, or at least Los Angeles. I don't know why. We don't even have an outlet here, and it's a very big state, so it drives me crazy. But, yes, next video we will talk about the ribbons, how to sew them on, what kind you want, and the same thing with the elastics, and padding. And I hope this helped a little bit. It's only my first video, so bear with me. Okay. Have a good one. Bye.